Thanks, Eric. So I'm Randy. I'm an alcoholic. But more important than that, I have alcoholism. And, I heard a term the other day. Somebody said they went to an XA meeting. I said, what is that? And they said, that's all A's, all the A's. And this meeting is an XA meeting. Everybody that's in a 12-step program is welcome here, and everybody is welcome to share. Because in this meeting, we don't share about we don't share about the medicine that I use to treat the disease, whether it's eating, gambling, sex, alcohol, pot. We have every kind of A in here. I know we do right now. I cross about 6 of them. But if I was to come in here and talk about my gambling, that would be moronic, because if I don't gamble today, I don't have a problem with gambling, but I still have the mind of a chronic gambler. I still have the mind of a person who thinks that gambling will change my life somehow and make my pain go away. And if I drink, I still have the mind of an alcoholic. I still have alcoholism, whether I'm drinking or I'm not drinking. I still have a mind that tells me that this world is wrong. And the only way I can get relief from this world is to drink alcohol or kill myself. And the same thing with food, and the same thing with shopping, and the same thing with sex. And so what's wrong with me is this weird thing called alcoholism. And it's not alcohol. It has alcohol. It says alcohol in alcoholism, but alcoholism has nothing to do with alcohol. It's a disease that centers in my mind. That it just happens to be that alcohol is one of the best treatments for alcoholism. But so is food, and so is gambling, and so is driving as fast as I can on the freeway, and all kinds of other things that I use to distract myself from what's really killing me. And what's killing me is my mind. And so in this meeting, we try to take a look at the mind, at what is going on. Today, I have a lot of years of sobriety, of not drinking. But I still have the same disease. I still wake up with a mind that tells me that today, if I do really good in my job and I make a lot of money, then I'll be okay. It tells me that, and I believe it. And then I go in my mind and I fantasize about how I'm going to do that. Except for that, I have an unsatisfiable, fault-finding, opinionated mind. So even when I get exactly what my mind tells me is what would make me happy, my mind changes the target and says, oh, I'm glad you made that much money. Now you need this much more. Because now you need, now that we've made that much money, we've come up with some ideas of how to get rid of it. So there's something wrong with me. And that's what needs to be identified, is this unsatisfiable, fault-finding, opinionated mind. And my opinions, I have a lot of opinions, and my mind tells me my opinions in my own voice. And because I hear my opinions in my own voice, I believe them to be true. And I don't question anything I say to myself. I don't question it. It's fact. It's alternative fact most of the time, but it's fact. Because I said so. I can completely relate to that alternative fact thing. I mean, yes, it's raining, but in my mind it's sunny out, so I'm not going to wear a raincoat. I don't know. I don't know where I got that idea, but so I have this mind. This mind has a disease in it. And the 12 steps is a way of life where I don't ever have to use that mind. I'm going to turn my will and my life, my thoughts, my mind, my thoughts, and my actions, what I think and what I do. I'm going to make a decision at some point during the course of living these 12 steps as a way of life. I'm going to make a decision that I'm going to turn my will and my life, my thoughts and my actions over to the care of God, not to the care of me. I'm going to find a way to get me out of the way. And the 12 steps is that way. That's where I find the way to get me out of the way. And what happens as a result of the 12 steps is that I have a spiritual awakening. The spirit in me becomes awakened, And when that happens, I intuitively know how to handle situations that used to baffle me, which means I know the answer to everything that I need for this moment right now. How fantastic is that? If you had the answer to everything right now, there would be nothing to be afraid of. I wouldn't be driven by 100 forms of fear. I wouldn't be driven by all my self-delusions, all the lies that I tell myself that I believe are true, which is my opinions about how life is and my rules about how life is and how you need to act if you want to be in my life. And I know the rules, but you don't know the rules. But I expect you to live by my rules. And if you say something or do something wrong, I cut you out of my life and you don't even know what the rules were. And so it's very, very challenging for me to form a true partnership with another human being. And those are words in the book, but that's why. It's because I make up rules and I have delusions and I have old ideas about how life is. And you're supposed to live up to that. But I didn't give you the book. I didn't give you the rules. You have to guess. And if you don't guess right, you're out. I might still be around you. I might even be married to you. But I'm not interacting with you anymore. I've cut you out. You're just a person that's in my way, that's in my life, and it's unfortunate. But I'm not giving you anything anymore because you've broken the rules. And that makes for a very challenging relationship. And I can do that with friends. I can do that with teachers. I can do it with wives and children. And I don't even know I'm doing it. So this is a slow moving group because there's nowhere to go. This is the place to get to right here, right now. This is where we're getting to. There's nothing. Imagine this. Imagine if you knew all the right answers for your life right now. Imagine if you just knew. If you had all knowledge and all power. So you had all the answers to what needs to be done and you had all the power to get it done right now. That's what's being offered here. That's not here in the 12 steps. That's what's being offered. It says much has been learned. I'll read it. It's in the 10th step. Sorry. Much has already been said about receiving strength, inspiration, and direction from him or it or her who has all knowledge and all power. That's what's available right now in this room, right here, right now. The connection to all knowledge and all power. But I have to be here in the room to have it. I have to be here wherever I am in my life to have all knowledge and all power. It's not something that you're going to get because you've read a book that told you how to get it. It doesn't happen because you learned some information. It happens right now when I rightly relate myself to my higher power, right here. Could you be with me? Could you help me? Could I connect with you? Could I have this relationship right now? And relax, just relax. There's nothing to fight. There's nothing to change. Your whole life will change the minute, I'll say it this way. My whole life changes the minute that I relax into this moment and know and have that knowing that all knowledge and all power is inside of me. Not all knowledge and all power so I can change anything, but all knowledge and all power so I can accept this moment exactly the way it is. Because this is the best moment there ever was right now. Right here. Because of 12 steps and the power that comes out of it. That's why, not because I say so. Because that's the way God's world works. Everything I need to have and everything I need to know is right here, right now. For me to be perfect, 100% at peace. Right now. So we're going to read some stuff. We're in ego, so we read We read about compliance. Compliance is the enemy of surrender. Compliance is where I do something even if it is the right thing, but I do it half-hearted. And I do it because I think it's the right thing to do, but I'm not connected to my higher power, and I'm not doing it because God said so. I'm doing it because I think it's the right thing to do on my own power. And when I do that, and especially if I'm doing something for you in compliance, I'm keeping score. So it's a way of life where I might be the nice guy to get what I want, but I'm keeping score and you owe me. That's compliance. Surrender is, I'm doing this because this is what I think God wants me to do. Period. No strings attached, nothing tied to it. So that's the very, very brief description of compliance. And now we're reading about ego, and the ego that's described is this infantile ego. Like, I'm a grown man and I have a 3-year-old running my life inside. And it's telling me that I need to make money faster, and I need to get it. Everything has to be done in a hurry, and everything I do, I get easily frustrated, and I can't stand the word no. And I think I am the center of the universe, and all of you are here today to make sure that I am pleased, and I hope you do a very good job. That's the life of the infantile ego. And so we're going to read a little bit more about that, and we're going to talk about that, and eventually we're going to go through the big book and the 12 and 12 and all 12 steps. And in our experience, this is our third time through. It's about a 4.5-year process, so no hurry. Just enjoy this moment. Okay. So, Jay?
Yeah, we're going to start from in the section, the ego factor, surrender, and alcoholism. No compromise with ego is the subtitle. And we are on page 30 of this.